Holy Thursday. This feast ushers in the celebration of what the Church calls the Triduum, those 3 days of Holy Thursday, Good Friday and Easter Sunday. We just celebrate them as one feast, and we just accompany Jesus on his journey of his passion, death and resurrection. And Holy Thursday itself's got a number of themes, and two of the very traditional ones have been the institution of the Eucharist and ordination or priesthood, the ministry of priesthood. And I've just been watching the ABC mini-series Revelation, which makes me not inclined to talk about priesthood at this stage, but really perhaps just focus on the gospel that we're given for Holy Thursday, which is that lovely Gospel of John. And interestingly, John doesn't, at the Last Supper of Jesus, he doesn't have an institution of a Eucharist, or he doesn't talk about priesthood or ordination or anything like that. Instead, he simply has that story of Jesus washing the feet of his disciples. And there's the lovely aspects of that story, especially Peter, who sort of objects and says he's not worthy to have his feet washed. And Jesus said, well, unless you let me wash your feet, you can't have anything to do with me. And so I think simply what John wants us to bring across in that story is that Jesus realised it was sort of his time was ended, but in his followers it was not going to be about hierarchy or clericalism or authority. He wanted everyone to be equal. He wanted people to serve each other and simply help each other, welcome each other, accept each other, and just not in any great show, just be of service to each other. So it just struck me, we've had a lovely example of that in terms of the state of New South Wales just this week. Shane Fitzgibbons, Fitzsimmons I think his name is, was the chief of the Rural Fire Service for many years, and he stepped down this week to take on another responsibility. And the Premier, Gladys Berejiklian, said to him in sort of doing that, she thanked him for his service to the people of New South Wales for many years, and especially for that service of bringing the state through that terrible period of bushfires that we had during the last summer. And so he did a great service. He really gave everything, and he was obviously a very talented person. Not everyone could do that job. But it also struck me at the other end of a scale, perhaps, that the parish just a few weeks ago was blessed with a visit of the relics of St. Therese of Lisieux and her parents. And Therese of Lisieux felt she had none of those gifts to do something like that. She had very few talents. So what she decided to simply do was just everyday life, just do everything she could as well as she could, and that would be her way of service. So I think that's a lesson I'm just going to think about this Holy Thursday, that Jesus invites us to be of service to each other and to accept each other, welcome each other, and whether we're male or female or doesn't matter what race we are, he considers all his followers to be equal and all have a place at his table.